Welcome back, traveler. I hope your journey through the chaos of modern life has been smooth, because we're about to take a sharp detour straight into the heart of a real-life cyberpunk thriller. You were probably hoping for some lighthearted news, maybe a quirky tech innovation or a celebrity scandal that doesn't actually affect the fate of the world. But no, not today. Instead, we've got a 25-year-old engineer who, against all logic and reason, has been handed the keys to the entire US Treasury's payment system. That's right, a guy named Marko Elez, a former engineer for both SpaceX and X, Elon Musk's favorite playgrounds for corporate chaos, has been granted full admin access to one of the most critical financial infrastructures in the world. The very system that controls Social Security checks, veterans' benefits, government salaries, and payments for federal agencies. That's trillions of dollars flowing through the hands of a random dude with a tech background and a Musk connection, because that always works out well. Now if you're sitting there thinking, wait, hold up, how does something like this even happen? You're not alone. Because according to people who actually work in federal IT, this is beyond insane. One worker, when asked about this situation, literally said, "If you had asked me a week ago whether an outsider could get admin access to a government server, I'd have told you that would never in a million years happen. But now, who the fuck knows?" That, my friends, is the sound of people who just realized they are living in a very stupid, very dangerous timeline. What can Elez do with his power? Now let's break down what exactly this means. Having admin privileges on these systems isn't just some ceremonial title, it's actual control. Elez can log into secure Treasury servers, navigate the entire file system, change user permissions, delete or modify critical financial files. Essentially, this man can turn off payments with the press of a button, and if you think that sounds a little dangerous, congratulations. You officially have more common sense than whoever thought this was a good idea. Because let's be real, if someone wanted to cut funding to an entire department or even specific people, this is exactly how they do it. And people are already asking questions. Senator Chuck Schumer spelled it out. Will Doge cut funding to programs that Trump doesn't like? What about cancer research, food banks, school lunches, veterans aid, small business loans? In other words, will a billionaire's handpicked goons override Congress and defund whatever they feel like? Oh, but wait, it gets worse. AI will handle it. What could go wrong? As if letting an unvetted Musk minion run the Treasury's payment system wasn't bad enough, Musk's team has also decided that artificial intelligence should start making budget cuts. You heard that right. AI is going to be in charge of finding waste and abuse in government spending, because nothing screams trustworthy like handing a trillion-dollar economy to an algorithm that was probably trained on Reddit memes. Now if you're thinking, wait, AI making financial decisions sounds like a cybersecurity nightmare, you are 100% correct. One government employee straight up warned that using AI to write government code is a huge security risk. Because AI-generated code is notoriously easy to exploit, meaning someone, maybe even a foreign adversary, could sneak vulnerabilities into the system. And how did Musk's team respond to concerns about breaking federal privacy laws? With what might be the most Musk tech bro answer in history. Well, if we hit a roadblock, then we hit a roadblock. But we should still push forward and see what we can do. Translation: screw the rules, we're going to do whatever we want until someone stops us. The government's response? Lawsuits, protests, and a whole lot of panic. Now, you might be wondering, is anyone actually trying to stop this madness? Short answer, yes, but it's an absolute mess. The second this news broke, Democratic lawmakers rushed to introduce legislation called Stop the Steal, which, by the way, is some truly top-tier trolling. The bill is designed to block Musk's takeover of the Treasury's payment system and restore actual democratic control over federal spending. Meanwhile, hundreds of protesters swarmed the Treasury building chanting, "Nobody elected Elon," which, by the way, is a fantastic slogan because it highlights the most absurd part of this whole thing. Elon Musk was never elected to anything. He is not a government official, he has no mandate from the people, and yet, here he is, wielding more power over federal finances than actual elected officials. And if that sounds suspiciously illegal, that's because it probably is. Legal experts are already pointing out that so many of Musk's actions violate federal law, they might be hoping the legal system just gets overwhelmed trying to stop them all. As one Georgetown law professor put it, they're playing a quantity game and assuming the system can't react to all this illegality at once. That's right. The strategy is literally flooding the zone with so much corruption that no one can stop all of it in time. Final thoughts. This is what happens when you let billionaires run the government. Here's the real kicker. This was always the plan. For years, billionaire-backed politicians have been trying to dismantle the federal government, gut social programs, and funnel as much wealth possible to the ultra-rich. Now Musk isn't even pretending anymore. He's directly taking over the government, slashing through programs he doesn't like, and using AI-driven cost-cutting as a cover for massive political sabotage. And the scariest part? MAGA voters are about to learn the hard way that the cuts Musk is making, they're not just hitting woke programs, they're hitting everybody. And yet, somehow, this isn't even the craziest news of the day. Because in case you missed it, Trump just casually announced that the US is going to take over the Gaza Strip and turn it into a tourist destination. Because apparently when billionaires start seizing control of the government, they don't just stop at the economy, they start colonizing foreign territories too. Welcome to 2025, traveler. It only gets wilder from here. What do you think? Do you think Musk's government takeover is going to crash the economy? How long before AI breaks the payment system? And how insane is Trump's Gaza Riviera idea? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and if you want more deep dives into this ongoing dystopian fever dream, don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, this isn't stopping anytime soon.